And we're back at the 2016 NCTTA Championships. My name is Brian Song, and we're watching the women's doubles semifinals. I'm joined alongside by Dylan Lay. And now we're at the business end of the tournament, Dylan, and we're about to see some really high-level stuff here. There's nobody here that's not really good, let's just put it that way.
That's true. I'm very excited. If we take a look at the Toronto team, it consists of Anqi and Paula Hsien. Now, Anqi, she is like, her resume is very impressive. She made her debut at the Commonwealth Games in 2010 as the youngest athlete from any country. She was 14 years old.
Goodness gracious.
It's the level is insane. And Paula Hsien, while her rating is a bit low, people consider her an underdog, and she has made great comebacks. So it's going to be a good game to watch.
And on the Texas Wesleyan side, we have Anastasiia Rybka, and she's the lefty. And you always want to have a lefty-righty combo when you play doubles. It allows you to have two forehands in the middle. And then we have Edina Haracic, who is the righty. And both players are just around 2,200. Actually, Anastasiia is the higher rated one at 2,271, and Edina is at 2,198. And so that will put actually the Texas Wesleyan team as the favorites.
Do you think there could be an upset?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's the whole point of the game, right?
Oh, yeah.
But that being said, you know, a lot of the chips are stacked in the Texas Wesleyan team's favor. You know, they have the structural advantage of being righty and lefty, and then, of course, the rating advantage. But, you know, at this level, ratings matter a lot less, and both teams are in the semifinals, so they're ready to lay it all out in the line.
All right. And the game has started. Texas Wesleyan leads 1-0. Wow.
So that was I mean, I just said a second ago the advantage of the righty-lefty combo is four hands in the middle, but we just saw a nasty backhand down the line.
Yeah.
A lightning bolt.
One strategy that works really well is attacking the same side, because in doubles, footwork is so important, and if you attack the same side, it's going to be very hard for your opponents to move there in time, and that's something Texas Wesleyan is taking huge advantage of.
Yeah, footwork. I almost want to say it's more important in doubles than in singles, because you have to worry about the footwork of your teammate as well.
Yeah, I'd argue so. It's a lot of trust, a lot of communication. So Texas Wesleyan is up to a 5-0 lead. Let's see if Toronto can make a comeback.
And we're seeing here Texas Wesleyan has a ton of energy, and they're attacking like crazy.
Yeah, being aggressive, that's always going to help you win the points. It's a nasty backhand.
And we're seeing some really good backhands out of Texas Wesleyan team too.
Wow. Wow, another killer backhand.
I mean, it's demoralizing if you're Toronto, right? But
it is.
If I was them, I would try to slow the game down. They're playing a little too fast for my taste.
I think this game is a good analysis. It's a good chance for them to analyze the other team, Texas Wesleyan, see what we'll see what they got to improve on.
Sure.
Yeah. And that's Toronto's first point.
Yeah, you know, when you're losing quickly like this, it's really important to try to slow down the game. Think about what's going on.
Yeah, like slow down the momentum.
Exactly.
One strategy people use is they call a timeout. That's a good way to like refocus.
But we have here a 9-2 lead, pretty much insurmountable. Let's see if Toronto can pick some things up, though.
Yep. There it is. It's a good solid forehand.
That's exactly what you want. You know, you're down 9-3, but you want to hang around. You want to see if you can make some inroads. You know, you're not going to win the game necessarily, but you're going to fight for the, live another day.
Yeah. And it's also a good way to get your opponents tired.
Absolutely.
Just like pull a couple more points, the more the better. Texas Wesleyan now has 7 game points, sorry, to work with. But Toronto shouldn't give up. Mazalette. It's Toronto with the serve, 3-10.
Nice.
Good shot, good shot. You see Texas Wesleyan popped a really slow high ball, and Toronto was easily able to smash it down.
Oh, we see we're creeping back up to 10-5 here.
Yeah, it could be a comeback. Let ball.
Don't bet the house on it though, Dylan. Or maybe bet the house on it. We're at 10-6.
We'll see. This will be an amazing comeback. Toronto with the serve, 6-10. Ooh, and the push was a bit too long. But they did hang on a bit more, and that's important. It's important not to give up, even though you are at a deficit.
That's exactly right, Dylan. And you know what? The message I got from this little 5-point stand there at the end there, Toronto should come away from that game thinking, look, we can play within ourselves and still hang around enough. They shouldn't, if they had lost 11-2, 11-1, they were down 8-0.
Yeah.
Then I would be, pulling the fire alarm, like, well, man, we're in trouble. We got to do something crazy, right? But actually, they were hanging around, playing with it. Maybe it was just a little shaky at the start.
Yeah, but at the end, they started to get the hang of it.
Exactly.
So now I feel like they'll be coming into the second game a little disgruntled, but more confident.
So if I'm the coach of Toronto, I would say, look, you don't have to do anything too crazy. Stay very focused. And you can hang with these guys.
Yeah, just make sure to play your game, solid shots. I would say, though, to be a bit more aggressive.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, if they're letting the Texas Wesleyan players do the attacking, as we've seen, they have both, very solid forehands and backhands. And then if you continue to let them attack, it's not going to end well.
And, Texas Wesleyan has a full-time coaching staff. Keith Evans over there.
They do.
So he's not going to let his team rest on their laurels.
That's
he's
true.
He's gonna have them fired up and want them to win another one, 11-6 or better.
Even that, yeah. Texas Wesleyan is also the first university in America to offer table tennis scholarships.
That's part of the reason why they've won 11 of these.
Yeah.
But we see here 3-0 lead for Toronto. Are they going to pull out to 8-0?
I think they might get revenge. Ooh.
I like that attack, though. You were saying earlier they should be more aggressive, and those are the types of shots they want to be aggressive on.
Exactly.
Not necessarily being aggressive on something crazy, but right when the opportunity is, take it.
Yeah, just don't miss an opportunity with a simple block. Just attack it.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's now 1-4. Texas Wesleyan is serving. Ooh. Huge backhand from Texas Wesleyan.
That lefty serve from Anastasiia has just, it's underspin, it's top, it's unclear. Toronto's having a tough time getting it back. That being said, we got 5-2 here for Toronto. A nice body shot with the forehand. Catches Texas Wesleyan off guard.
Ooh, a little bit of a stumble there.
Lucky from Texas Wesleyan. She had totally misread that, but it was short enough that the Toronto player could not reach over and smack the backhand.
It's a very spinny topspin loop.
And even though they lost that point, that is a great serve to hit in doubles. Hit that topspin deep into the very middle.
Yeah. Wow. Huge smack by the Texas Wesleyan team.
And you hear the team getting fired up over there.
Oh, yeah.
That was loud.
It's almost like there was no sponge on the paddle. It's just wood.
It sounded like a gun.
Yeah. You can see Texas Wesleyan is really trying to put some side spin on it, put it out to the corner, but it's really difficult. Oh,
Great shot.
yes. Very fast block. They countered it well.
That was not easy to do, folks. But we see here, Texas Wesleyan can almost guarantee. Did it hit? Wow.
It did.
I was just going to say
So
Texas Wesleyan can guarantee 2 points off of Anastasia's serve, and then that happens. What a flip. And here we are at five game points for Toronto to even it up at 1-all. Very nice comeback.
And they take it. Take the second game 11-5. And they've got to feel great about that. This is the revenge.
Yeah, that's exactly what you like to see, Dylan. I mean, you know, you come out, you lose 8 points in a row, hang around a little bit, though. I mean, you could have easily just dropped that one 11-1.
Yeah.
But you hang around, you hang around. That gives you something to carry with you in the next game. And then who knows what's going to happen? Well, we know now they win 11-5.
They do.
It's very nice. That being said, I would, you know, if I'm Keith Evans right now, I'm telling my team, we gotta raise the speed up a little bit. I feel like they weren't as active as they were in the first game with the aggression, with the footwork though as well. And you know, funnily enough, in that first game they had a lot of really good backhands.
I did.
Now I don't know if you're gonna tell your team, here, hit some more really good backhands, but it might be something to think about.
Yeah. People usually favor the forehand more as it is more powerful, but whichever one is more consistent at this point,
exactly.
I think, you know, just do what works.
Whatever's working on the day.
Yeah.
Also, you have to note that the rotation switches in doubles. More on that in the next game, though.
Toronto is serving, game 3.
Just trying to keep that serve as low as possible.
Yeah, you don't want to give your opponent a chance to attack. There it is. There's that side spin she was trying to add, which had Toronto hit it way out.
You know, if I'm Toronto, I'm ready for that. She's tried it 4 or 5 times, and you know she's missed a few, but
yeah, but you should know that it's coming.
Exactly.
Good forehand. Very solid. Yeah, that's what happens when you pop it up.
That's a great response. If they can get this point here, even it up.
I think the footwork from Texas Wesleyan has definitely improved. Moving a bit faster, which is hard to do because the players are, their limbs are longer, so their center of gravity is higher, so it is a tough thing, but they're pulling it off.
And you see the Texas Wesleyan player, Edina, doing something very interesting on that return, setting up as if to hit a forehand and then moving over in the toss to hit a backhand.
It's pretty deceptive.
A little bit of a psych-out tactic, and now we're at 6-1 for Texas Wesleyan.
Yeah. This could be a repeat of the first game. Pulling out to a massive lead. So once again, Toronto has to remain calm, continue to make good shots, and not get discouraged by the deficit.
I would have liked to have seen like a timeout at 5-1 or something, but maybe they're trying to save it for later. Would be nice to have a round in the 5th game if we get to it.
Yeah. Another let. She's trying to keep the ball as low as possible, and if some lets come along with it, then so be it.
Yeah, so she's trying again for that inside out sort of side spin fade there.
Yeah.
It's a nifty shot. She's missing a lot of them, though.
I feel like she should change it. She's done it so many times. The opponent would start to kind of expect it. But
exactly. The other thing is why is she not trying to take it out to the backhand?
Yeah.
Ugh.
There's the backhand.
There's
again.
a really nice backhand from Texas Wesleyan.
Yeah.
Not an easy shot to make.
No. And there's a forehand to follow right after, giving them a 9-3 lead. Texas Wesleyan now has 7 game points.
A whole slew of them.
Yeah. Ooh. I think she was trying a bit of a fade as well. Seems to be
with the right hand.
Yeah.
And that's better too, because that's coming out to the backhand of the Toronto team.
Yeah. It's gonna be very hard to deal with if it connects. Oof. Inside out forehand seals the game. Texas Wesleyan takes game 3, 11-4.
Now, Dylan, I wanted to mention something in the changeover of the last game.
Yeah.
When you play doubles, there's a specific order that needs to be maintained throughout the match. And in this case, you will have, let's say you have player A and player B on Texas Wesleyan, and player A and player B on Toronto. In the first game, you might have A returning A serve, and then that person, you know, because it rotates after every shot. What you do once you switch in the game, that rotation switches.
Yeah.
And so now you're returning, if you're player A, you're returning player B serve. You know, semantics aside, you know, maybe that wasn't the most clear explanation, but the bottom line is, look, the first game can be lopsided because you're having to return one person's serve, right?
Yeah.
And then when you switch, now your teammate, who might have a much better receive, can return that same person's serve, and then you can have another lopsided game go the other way.
Exactly, and that's what makes doubles so fun, is that you never know. One person could be better receiving, one person maybe has a weakness for serving, so anything could happen.
And you know, styles are already so important in table tennis.
Yeah.
You know, you can have just a style matchup is so important. It becomes that much more important in doubles.
Absolutely. It's the beginning of game 4, Texas Wesleyan serving. In the last game, they definitely upped their aggression, and I think that would be the game plan for them still, just to maintain their aggression. Don't let Toronto attack.
Absolutely.
Good forehand.
Sneaks away. You know, I was going to say if Toronto loses this point, they should call a timeout, but now we're back at 3-1 here, still within touching distance.
Ooh, very close.
That is just hard. You know, when you take a nice cut at the ball, you feel good. You say, I see topspin, I'm going to hit it. And then it just barely skims the net and comes off the table. Very frustrating for Toronto.
You can see it's so hard for Toronto to return the heavy backhand topspins.
And now we're at 5-1.
Yeah.
We got to stem the bleeding here.
This might be time for a timeout. Ooh.
And there it is, Dylan. Coach is calling a timeout from Toronto. Toronto's coach, I should say, is calling a timeout.
Yep. It's a good time to stop the momentum. So what do you think the Toronto coach will be telling them when they're losing 6-1 right now?
So what's happening here, the pattern I'm seeing is Texas Wesleyan actually is hitting, they're hitting good attacking shots, But what's setting up those good attacking shots are very good pushes, nice touch to lead up to those attacking shots.
Yeah.
So what you see is the pattern you see, it looks like, oh, they're hitting it so powerful and all this. But what I'm impressed by is the touch leading up to those power shots. And so if I was Toronto's coach right now, I would say either you need to get much tighter with those pushes, with those short balls, or you just got to all-out attack. Just try to flip them, try to hit them, do whatever you can, because right now they're beating them in the short game, and that's leading to beating them in the power game.
Toronto with the serve, 1-6. Yeah, like you said, once again, the short game, they're lagging behind.
And you saw the Toronto player trying to play it short back.
Yeah. Oh.
And that's the shot that she had missed earlier.
Yep, the side spin. She knows what to do now.
That was a great pickup. I mean, reaction time on that pickup right there is unreal. That ball is coming fast. And then right off the table, bang.
It was a very wide forehand.
You see the amount of side spin on that, hooking out away from the forehand of the Toronto team. Once you can control the side spin as well as the top, then you're at a new level.
Once again, there's a super spinny backhand. And Toronto has not been able to return it.
Texas Wesleyan is showing really complete attacking games here. Backhand and forehand can really hit the ball.
Yeah. Ooh, just clipping the top of the net.
And that's a miss you can't have. 9-3.
Not at this time.
7 match points here.
Oh. It's the top of.
And a shank hitting the Texas Wesleyan player in the head, but they won the war.
Yep.
And they're in the finals. That's Texas Wesleyan.
Texas Wesleyan has advanced. Anastasiia and Edina.
Very well played. And you know, when you see those two play, they have a lot of things going for them. Let's just put it that way. They can attack off of either side. They are a lefty-righty combo. They got a great coaching staff who, you know, will help them strategize, help them stay calm under pressure.
Yeah, and they set each other up so well. If one person doesn't attack the other one, gives it a small push, and they set it up very well.
Exactly. So they'll be very tough to beat in the finals.
Absolutely.
In any case, all right, well, that was the women's doubles semifinals. I'm Brian Song here at the 2016 NCTTA Championships alongside Dylan Lay. And actually right now we are going to have an interview with the winners, Anastasiia and Edina. So we will look forward to that right after a quick break.
Table 2, we have just now warming up. We have Wisconsin Hi, I'm Kevin Korb, and I'm here with Anastasiia Rybka and Edina Haracic. We're here after their win in the women's doubles competition. I first want to say a happy birthday on behalf of NCTTA to Anastasiia.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Definitely. And first, we'd love to know, it's your first year playing together. How have you liked each other as a partner, and how's your chemistry going?
Yeah, we like each other because we're not just double partners, we are roommates, we live together and we communicate good with each other. Yeah.
And doubles doing great. We like it.
Super. Also, it was a fun match getting to watch it over there. What do you think worked real well in the match that you just played?
That we don't have to relax during the match, even if some sets we win like 11-4 or something, we don't have to relax next set. Yeah, and it helped us to fight till the end.
Great. And you touched upon an important point. Intensity is definitely something you want to continue into the later rounds. How do you think that will come into play in the upcoming match?
If we will continue to play like we played now, it will be good. We need to be strong mentally and play our best game.
Great. Thank you very much.